Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another week. Let's go. Oh, sure, gang. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. How's it going?
It's going good.
That's good.
Did you have a
Having
good
quite
weekend?
a bad. Um, yeah, I would say so. I would say so. It was very uneventful, so I guess it was definitely good.
Okay.
Definitely having a bad hair day this morning though.
It's the morning.
Should probably get groomed. Looking like a caveman over here.
Let's see. Technology.
Is great.
Yep.
That's how that line finishes, right?
Can be unless it's AI taking over the world.
Ooh, you know, AI is great too. Have you been messing with any new AIs lately?
I've never used any of it. There you go.
I invited Logan. I don't know if he's gonna show up though.
Oh, well. Do robots need caffeine?
That's a true question. Do robots need caffeine? They need power.
True.
You unplug the power, then
Yeah, I've not used any AI.
at all. Not even like looked at it, tried it at all. Zero.
I think I might have tried using ChatGPT, but it was like when it first came out, and so
Hmm.
it would get like loaded with people trying to use it or something like that.
Yeah,
So, nope. It hasn't. Well, I would say it hasn't changed my life, but I do notice on like Google Docs and stuff, it'll complete more of my sentences when I'm typing.
that's true. I did notice that too, and it's even incorporated with like like my 9 to 5 job is now starting to incorporate it into different
Okay.
little softwares and stuff. So that's quite
Um.
interesting.
Yeah. Speaking of that, my last job, um,
Mhm.
Google invested a ton of money with them, and so they're now using a lot of Google products. Um, and I'm curious on what I'm
Perfect.
curious
Ooh, guns out.
on how that's working because it's for the longest time it's the security industry for the longest time. Like physical security was the technology was somewhat outdated. It's based on a pretty simple concept, and
Mhm.
then like in the last, well, out there for a few years, but I would say like basically like security systems for homes and buildings for the most part exclude military
ADT.
stuff. Yeah, exclude like military stuff. The
Mhm.
technology up until like 2015, 16 was the same
Mhm.
exact technology that was being used in the 60s.
Really?
Hmm. Yep. It's
That's
like super simple concept on how security systems work. And then you started to get into like with the well, I wouldn't say the internet, but you started to get into where like things were more affordable for the end consumer, like for a home, for instance,
Mm.
and some businesses where internet was more incorporated, and so that fast forwarded pretty quick. But now, um, you know, that stuff is even more smaller to scale, just like cell phones, where they were compared to like the 90s to now. Anyways, I'm just curious because Google dumped like it was a lot of money, like to the point where like they're almost like basically a majority holder of the company.
Mhm.
So
Google's doing a lot of things, man. It's definitely in just the recent month or so has invested a lot of money in different technology fields, and even like buying just random land in the U.S. Have you been following that?
no, I know Bill Gates
Yeah,
is like
has just been buying
I
patches
don't know
of
if he's
land.
yeah, I don't know if he's the biggest private landholder in the United States, but I know in some states he's the biggest private landholder.
Mm.
So
And
it's probably not the
apparently the whole idea is that there's going to be sections of the country that are just going to be filled with green land to like offset like CO2 and air pollution and stuff
Mhm.
like that. So
Have
that's
you ever
part of
seen
the
a have you ever seen uh, a server farm for Google?
a server farm for Google. I might
Like
have.
like one of their data centers? Those things they're massive. Well, it's probably
Is
it's they're like, if you've ever seen an Amazon fulfillment center, they're probably like
Mhm.
that, sometimes double. They're just big,
Yes.
and it's just servers. There's a few of them around here.
I was about to say, we have pretty large data centers here where I'm from. I just don't know if they're Google. I'm
Florida?
pretty sure they're
You're from
Amazon.
Florida?
No. Yeah, 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 yeah. Northern Virginia. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Florida. Um, Let me see here. I'm just doing a quick Google search. I just don't know who owns them. All right, so
Uh,
there's a couple in Ashburn, and it looks like they're owned by Microsoft.
hmm,
And yeah, they're all in Ashburn, Virginia. And it looks like the majority of them. It's weird. Some of them are by TikTok, are owned by TikTok.
really? Oh,
Yeah, so we have a bunch from Microsoft. I know we have a HQ hub of Amazon out here, so I'm sure some of them have to be Amazon.
oh, that's interesting. So, I'm done
Hmm.
with geography on some part, but I like spy movies. Is
Yeah,
Langley in Northern Virginia?
yeah. Langley is a good like
Okay,
stone throw away from me. It's probably like
okay.
Langley is definitely probably like a 20-minute drive from me.
Mhm. So
And they have a
there's probably a lot of other nondescript office buildings that are, you know,
oh,
being used by
100%.
agencies.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's funny so where my 9 to 5 job when we used to have to go into the building, across the street was one of the FBI hubs. And so
Mm,
whenever anything like construction-wise happens where they're trying to renovate, it has to get cleared by them because there's gonna be a lot of,
mm,
different personnel in the area. And even if there's like most recently there was like a bomb threat alert and like there was like police got there super quick. Like yeah, it's interesting. It's an
hmm.
interesting area.
So that's
This is
funny that there's TikTok server farms near where the CIA buildings are.
that is quite
Coincidence?
interesting. I
Hmm.
think not.
We'll see. Time will tell.
Time will tell. And funny story, Langley, there's a Langley High School, and I don't know if it's a criticize, but they get commented a lot that the student parking lot has cars better than the
Yeah.
teachers themselves because a bunch of the students like drive like it's crazy. Like you can see like different Porsches there, BMWs, G
Hey,
wagons, just from the students.
that's well, but Northern Virginia, that's I mean DC area too. So
Well, the
um
thing is, the majority of like Congress, senators, and stuff like that live in Great Falls,
yeah.
and that's where the majority of those people go to high school, or their kids go to high school.
Logan sent a picture.
Oh, I love it.
All right. What's the motivation for today? You got some words? Words of motivation?
Mm, no, but I have a question.
Okay.
So you know how like there's back in the day, Gary Vee's video went viral about like, oh, it's Monday. Yo, good
What's
morning.
up?
What's up? Nice cereal, Phil.
Thank you. I actually added some
Those Frosted Flakes.
Those are toys, bro. You don't know about that. You're too young.
Ninja
That's
Turtles.
before your time.
I got Ninja Turtles up there now.
No, I've sold some of those. Masters of the Universe.
Mhm.
Yeah, but that's before your
I know
time.
all about it.
I sold a lot
Do
of those.
you? I don't think you do.
No, I don't know what it is. I'm assuming it's an old cartoon. Because if you know about it, Cisco, you're like what, 65?
Yeah.
Actually, it's before my time too. If I really think about it,
Mm.
it's a what?
It's,
A cartoon came out in the '80s.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh,
Everybody.
So it was the first cartoon I ever really remember liking. Transformers, Voltron, G.I. Joe, Master of the
Did you guys
Universe.
hear about the new Transformers movie coming out?
I saw a trailer.
yeah.
Yeah, there's some A-list actors doing voiceovers. Kind of excited.
Oh.
I can't remember the actors that are in it anymore, but oh well. Guess they're not that much of an A-list crew.
What was your question? You were asking me a question or posing a question.
Oh, right. Okay, so Gary Vee's viral video where he talks like down to people who look forward to the weekend and like think that Monday is like the start of the week or something. What are your thoughts of that?
On his video, or that
just
thought?
On like, the thought, looking towards the weekend or having like Monday, like just start your day and.
Yeah, I don't. It's different not working a 9 to 5 job versus when you're working a 9 to 5 job. So I don't think you can fault people who are in a 9 to 5 job who are working for the weekend. But I do think that people get stuck in ruts and they put themselves in boxes and they don't realize that there's a lot of room for growth for themselves. And it may not be like, hey, get out of your 9 to 5 job, but I think it's you can grow. Like maybe you can develop stronger relationships, maybe you can develop stronger mentality, maybe you can change your body. And if you're only working for the weekend, then you're not looking outside of the box that you're in. So I mean, I agree with it to an extent.
Yeah.
For a person who is striving like business wise, like entrepreneurial pursuits, yeah, that's trash thinking. So we all have, I mean, everyone has limiting beliefs. Everyone has things that are wrong assumptions just because we don't know otherwise. So, it's a matter of a lot of life is just figuring out yourself and figuring out the, you know, the way you think doesn't necessarily have to flow with the thinking of the people that are around you at the moment. So, and I think a lot of people who succeed in life, they learn to get out of that mentality because they learn that maybe the people they're surrounding themselves with aren't the people they need to surround themselves with. So,
very well put. A lot of wisdom there.
Yeah. I think the context around that video was he was saying, like, if you hate your job so much that you're just like dreading it and looking forward to an escape on the weekend. And I just looked it up and found an article that he or someone on his team wrote in 2019. And it was talking about that. He says, work is genuinely something that I love. And then talking about like people use Friday as a relief from the rest of the week because it gets them to that weekend where they can escape. So I think he's like talking to people who hate their 9 to 5, and he's, I think, trying to encourage them to look for a different 9 to 5 or start something on their own, but spend the Monday through Friday doing things that you love to, and not only do things that you love on the weekend.
yeah, he probably said it better than any of us.
He's a robot. He has a plugin to Chat GPT to rephrase what you said, Phil. It's okay. That's all
You
it
know,
was.
speaking of GPT, Gary Vee was actually the first person that I heard talking about it.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't remember where I first started to hear about it. Maybe CNN.
Yeah, that probably he is an early adopter. That doesn't surprise me. I know he had his. Did you ever get any of the V friends, Logan?
Do you know this story, Cisco?
Yeah, you told me the story. It makes me giggle every time.
So I didn't get any of the original V friends, but I did get a book games NFT.
Okay. So how many books did you buy?
Just 12. I just
Oh,
got
okay.
one.
Okay. All right.
And it's embarrassing. It ended up being valuable. The one that I got was pretty rare. It's worth like 10 grand.
Uh-oh.
I lost my seed phrase.
Oh, no.
So I listed
Oh,
it for
no.
sale. I'm pretty sure it sold. I'm pretty sure I have like 5 ETH sitting somewhere that I can't access.
Oh, well, 5 ETH today is going to be a little bit different than.
Yeah.
But
True,
still,
but still
oh,
5 ETH.
jeez.
That would
Yeah.
be helpful.
Yeah. But
Whoever
yeah.
comes up with the technology to, and maybe it's just like Face ID stuff. I don't know who changes the thing for passwords and seed phrases like that stuff. That there's going to be a lot of money there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he had a Discord for I think his V friends.
I think I'm in it. Oh, I am. It's muted though because it's real annoying.
He did.
If he had a Discord, which I mean, basically I'm basically explaining a group chat with close friends, but where you could stay up to date with stuff that he's not just marketing, like that would be worth paying real money for.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, but there's all sorts of people you could say that about too.
Yeah, I've been trying to get on this paid Discord for Phil so I can kind of understand his mind a little bit better. But can't seem to find it anywhere.
It's not out there.
Oh, maybe it should be.
No. I do have a Discord for our product research team though. Shout out Logan Altenberger, Outsource Everything program.
Outsource.
Hashtag outsource everything.
Yeah, I need to catch up on a couple of the recent videos, but we just hired our fourth, so
awesome. We're very soon we'll have the new videos out for the updated course.
Yeah, I saw that you're working.
There's a few issues with the developer, but should be soon. We're transitioning over to a new platform too, so that's part of the issue.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what platform are you going to use? What happened to Podia?
Using ClickFunnels?
I am.
Oh god.
You're a guru.
I'm only saying that because I know the exact layout of your website. Is it going to have testimonials and then join now and then more testimonials and then join now and then more testimonials and then this is your last chance and then more testimonials?
Not that many. I think we'll just have one section of testimonials. It's going to be
like
a video,
every ClickFunnel,
the sales button, and then testimonials, something like that.
Okay. I feel like I looked at ClickFunnels one time because I have Russell Brunson's his series of books, which are really good actually. Yeah. But I feel like I looked at it one time and I feel like there's different templates, but almost every website you see for stuff like that, you can tell it's a ClickFunnels website.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe there aren't different layouts.
Yeah, you can set it up however you want, but there is a lot of like the same templates that people can copy and paste. I read his .com secret books and I'm going through the others now. I really liked the methodologies that he was explaining. The main reason I wanted to try out ClickFunnels is because I have that free VA kit on Gumroad right now, but I'm setting it up as kind of a squeeze page, and then that can easily transition into like follow-up emails and stuff to also try and promote the course through that.
Okay, I'm assuming you've read those books then.
I've read .com secrets, and then I have Traffic and Expert. Just haven't read them yet.
Okay. Traffic secrets, I think, is the follow-up book, I think.
I'm gonna read that one next.
Yeah, I would love to
Traffic
actually have
secrets,
a.
just
I would love to
driving
have a
behind fast
conversation.
drivers.
What?
Traffic secrets, right? It's about driving behind
Oh,
fast
yeah.
drivers so you don't get stuck in
I would,
traffic.
I would love to have a honest conversation with people who have put out content like that, because I go back and forth between like doing stuff and then it's like, no, I'm just not.
Do it.
So
Do it.
mm.
Just do it.
Although
that Phil private Discord.
Well,
know,
so you have to find where. Okay, so it's funny because I had what's his name, Casey Neistat,
Yeah.
said something about this,
Shout out Casey.
right? He said for a long time he was really like, you take it however you want, but for a long time he was against selling merch because he didn't feel right like just selling it, trying to get. He felt like he was just trying to like steal money
Sorry,
from
he was what?
his fan. He didn't want to sell merch for a long time. Merchandise.
Yeah, gotcha.
Right? That's what he said. And then I don't know what clicked in his head, but then he basically said he remembered how back in the day how he felt rocking his Red Hot Chili Peppers merch, and he just, enjoyed sharing what he enjoyed with other people. And so that's why he ended up selling merch. And so in his mind, there's a sleazy way to do it, and then there's an okay way to do it. He still doesn't find passion in selling merch, but he understands that it helps him continue doing his endeavors for his fans.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm opposed to doing it. It's just doing it without coming off. I mean, you can't. I think probably I overthink it. You can't. So you're gonna have people who are gonna disagree with what you do one way or the other, but just feel like you can make it a lot less gimmicky. So, like, I'm a big fan of the jab jab right hook idea, and so I think a lot of people
Break it down for people who don't know what the jab jab.
So Jab Jab Right Hook was a book by Gary Vaynerchuk. You can get it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, all major book
Drop that
platforms.
affiliate link.
Yeah. And so the idea, basically the idea was that you can monetize yourself as a brand. You can monetize whatever information or things that you want to get out there to the world and monetize. But and he preaches this, like, patience in the long run is gonna win far more times. And so jab jab right hook is like, if you want to really monetize and build an audience, build a brand, then offer massive value through free content. The jab jab, set up your right hook, and then that way when you do bring something to market, you're going to have built an audience that is going to purchase it, get it no matter what, because of the value that you've already brought. And I think a lot of people are quick to just rush to the monetization because they see the dollar signs, and they do that while trying to build a brand. And to me, this is just my own personal opinion, to me at the end of the day, it just comes off as, well,
sales.
You're not really building a brand. You're getting money. And like, I don't know, maybe it's just more, maybe I'm probably more of a skeptic. So
No, I think you're 100%, right. Whenever you think of like big name brands, like, or people, I should say, like Gary, Logan Paul, Mr. Beast, most of their content that they push out is just their normal content, and then 1 to 5% of the content is them pushing Prime or them pushing Beast Burgers, or I forgot what the chocolate's called. But yeah,
Feastables.
Yeah, Feastables.
Yeah, we had some the other day.
Did you? I haven't had it yet.
Did you get these nuts?
No. Not yet.
What's your favorite, Logan? We know you got a bunch.
I think it was almond. I've only had the almond and the milk chocolate though. I I haven't tried
The
cheese nuts or crunch.
I had the peanut butter. Surprise! I just walked by and saw them in Walmart, so you know they're high quality when they're in Walmart.
They're at Target too, no?
Oh, they probably are.
We got cookies
Well,
in them too.
That's what we had was the Feastable cookies. Well, my boys had. I didn't have it, so
High quality.
few more days before the sweet taste of sugar.
And then you can get that personal pan
Passes-
pizza.
Oh, you know I'm trying to plan out day 76 on what I want to eat. Pizza's definitely at the top of the list. Just haven't decided from where.
That's right. You're in the middle of, or I guess towards the tail end of
Yeah.
75 hard. What biggest changes have you
Day
noticed?
61. The big changes this morning is my abs hurt because I did the ab workout 2 days ago. I don't know. It's hard to say. I think I read this that you're just gonna feel different. You'll feel different on day 10 than you did day 1 and day 50 than you did. And that's probably the biggest thing is I do feel different, like I feel better. The biggest change is I can tell that mentally I'm stronger. So like I'm just forcing myself to do things that
You don't want to do.
easy are easy to skip. So like yesterday I didn't start. Normally I try to get my first workout done like before 7 a.m. done. Try to do my reading before like 7:30. So like a good chunk of it for me is out of the way because the diet and the no cheat meals, I was like, those are just a given. So I don't really like I don't count trying to do or not trying to do those things because it's just like a given. But the second workout, the gallon of water, that's like, okay, I got the rest of the day to do that. But yesterday I didn't start on anything until like 1 p.m. So I was like, oh man, today's gonna be a little bit of a struggle less. But we got through it. So but just mentally, I think that's the biggest difference. I just feel mentally a little bit stronger. Body wise, I feel better too than I did day 1. So, but I also started the day after I got back from Vegas.
So when I
Your
quit,
brain muscles do look like they're flexing.
Yeah.
What kind of books have you been reading?
Oh yeah, and I've read 4 books. So, mainly dealing with like finance, wealth type stuff. So I read a book. The first 2 books I read were the ones that were recommended at that Growth Hacker Live event. Tax-free wealth. That was very interesting. That was a very interesting book. And then I read the Become Your Own Banker. And I actually am trying to dive more into that. So I just started I ordered 3 other books that are recommended in that Becoming Your Own Banker book. One of them is How Capitalism Saved America. And I just started that a couple days ago. And that's pretty interesting. And I've been reading autobiography or memoirs of Winston Churchill, and I've been reading that the whole time because that's like a 800-page book. It's huge, so I've been reading
Pretty
that.
good.
I mean, if you like history, yeah, it's his account of kind of prior to like the tail end of World War I up through right now I'm like in World War II. So it's interesting. I'm sure there's been movies about it, but some of the things that he talks about with Germany, how they kind of rose back up as a world player after World War I is like a series of like events that people just didn't like standards that they were supposed to follow. They just weren't held accountable to by other countries. Like, are like, oh, well, they're not supposed to be raising an army, but you know, they're
They
adding
are.
they kind of are. It's okay, but they're still not supposed to do all this other stuff. And then they start doing the other stuff, and they're like, well, it's only one of these things. And just like the rise of when Hitler came to power, Like that's a very interesting story from Winston Churchill's perspective of how just little things happen that if they would have went the other way, like he would not even have become
Got to where he got.
become who we know him as. So it's a long book, but you know. So
Do you believe life is full of luck?
I think. Do you?
Yeah, I do. I think you can become successful and well off by obviously hard work and putting in the work and doing the right things. But I do also think there's a portion of luck, and some people end up being luckier, so they have an easier path. Some people end up being a little bit, more misfortunate and have a little bit of a harder path. But both paths can make it to success.
Yeah. So on Friday, I was actually a career speaker at my old junior high school. And one of the kids asked me if luck was involved.
The high school he just graduated last week from? No,
Junior high school. Yeah, I've been out of high school 4 years. Leave me alone. You've been out for what, 40?
I am so old.
41.
So yeah, so one of the kids asked me if luck was involved, and I told him, yeah, absolutely. It's a key component, but success is the sum of luck and hard work. And the example I gave talking about my Amazon business is I originally started this because I saw a video of Gary Vee talking about it on Instagram. I was lucky to see that video of Gary freaking out about how you can make a quick $5,000. But if I was lucky to see that and then I'd stopped there, nothing would have happened. I still had to put in the hard work to build the business. So it's the sum of both things. Yeah. And then also, have you guys read Outliers?
Mm-hmm.
Talks about that in that book
No.
too. I read that. And it's been a while. Probably
That's
6 or
why I'm
7
holding
years
back
ago.
my 8-year-old from starting school. He'll be in kindergarten next year. So when he starts
Nice.
sports, he'll be like a beast.
Taking a step back, it's so you're saying that you're lucky that screen came across you, or that video came across, right?
Yep.
But I think Cambridge Analytica would say that you were targeted for that video. It had nothing to do with luck.
But I was lucky to be targeted.
You were lucky to be in the spot to watch that video at the moment you were targeted.
There
Yes.
we go.
Yeah, that targeting is so true. I was doing some prep the other day, Friday, I think it was, and I had my wife's laptop, and the U.S. Senior Open for the Olympic wrestling team was going on last weekend, so I was watching that. They were streaming it live and on YouTube, and it was crazy the ads that were coming through YouTube that obviously were clearly targeted for her. That I've never seen those type of ads. Yeah, I mean,
I'm curious to know what they are now.
a lot of
bras at Kohl's.
a lot of bra ads. Like that was
that's
the
where
one.
you need to get your sourcing inspiration is by her ads.
There was some company. It was like, well, I just kept seeing this one. I don't remember the name of the company, but it was all about bras, and I was like, this is so weird. There was some other ones, but they were clearly targeted towards women. Say, you saw my post the other day though about watching for
Instagram.
Yeah. So like Stanley Cups.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lady who lives in my town that I came across. I didn't realize she was in my town. I just came across like one of her reels one time, and she just puts out funny stuff.
Yeah.
She obviously clearly has too much time on her hand. And so I started following her, found out later she lives in the same city I do, but she was posting links on where to get Stanley's, like I think last summer. And Lululemon bags. But
wow.
She posted something.
She was hip.
Yeah, she posted something the other day, and I was like, "Hold up, let me look on Amazon." Sure enough, it was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go buy this." And yeah, so you just gotta pay attention. And I also saw an
You
ad.
inspired me.
I saw an ad on Facebook
Mhm.
late at night. Like, well, I shouldn't say late at night. It was late at night for me. It was like 10:30 at night.
That is late.
Oh my
For
goodness. Oh, it's
for
not.
me. Anyways, I saw
For you
an
guys.
ad, and same thing. Went to my computer and looked it up on Amazon. Amazon was selling it, but I can't get it in any store close to me. I have to go like Ohio to get in a store, but I was able to buy it from Amazon, and I'm gonna flip that.
I'm going to
Nice.
Ohio in a couple weeks. You want me to pick it up for you?
No, I've already ordered.
He's
I've already ordered.
like, I'm good. I have.
I'll
Cisco.
I'll send you the ASIN.
Yeah.
But
I'm heading your way here in a couple weeks. If you want to meet at the warehouse,
All right, bet. Yeah. Let me know the date and we'll figure it out.
we'll be there on the 20th, May 20th.
your lease isn't up? Or are you
I'm
getting
waiting.
the warehouse?
I'm waiting on the landlord to counter sign, but pretty sure we got tenants to take it over. So finally released from that.
Oh,
Holy
do
cow.
we know the tenants or are they just
Huge.
randos that your
Random
realtor
people.
found?
Yeah, randos.
Oh.
What
Yeah,
were,
Nice.
huge.
what were you paying for rent or lease?
2,100 plus.
Just-
It's not bad.
yeah, plus power and internet. Water was included.
So we're like
and plus trash.
2,500
Yeah,
or
right,
so.
2,500.
Insurance
more when we
also?
were actively there. Yeah, but it was just included on my current. They just added
Okay.
that address as an additional.
Okay. I've thought about looking for a small warehouse around me, but not quite there.
Just convert your house.
Is rent cheap in your area?
Some areas it can be. Just depends. I was talking to a guy last week, and he's not an Amazon seller, just a business owner I know. He just moved into a 5,000 square foot warehouse. I think it's 5,000. Anyways, he's paying like 2,500
Wow.
for rent, but there's other places that are like 2,000 square foot that are $4,000 a month. So just depends, kind of.
It's a big difference.
Yeah, it just depends. Some areas and some developers obviously want a little bit more money, but
Must be nice.
I've made a few more orders from ASD, and so I keep getting pallets to my house. I'm not sure if I want to keep doing that.
Do your neighbors enjoy seeing those pallets come through?
My one neighbor does. He's all about knowing what's going on, but like in a friendly way, not like a nosy.
Oh, that's good.
What are you doing? Like
Yeah.
the first time we had a semi show up to my house, like I don't know, 5-6 weeks ago, he was out there like, whoop, whoop, like helping the truck. The truck driver didn't need his help.
Yeah, he just he wanted to help.
Yeah, he's just a goofball. So
that's funny. That's good though. So you were saying it's about. So how many square feet was it for? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. So it was 2,500 for how many square feet? Your
like 5,000.
friend was saying
like 5,000. No, I don't know the quality of the warehouse he's in, because obviously that matters. But I know the area, and it's probably not too bad. But still, that's a decent amount of square footage for that price. And I also think he said he did a 3-year lease, so that probably played a part into it.
Yeah.
So I'll look up the leasing price, but here's like an idea of what it would be around my area. So this is 4,570 square feet, and it's being sold. So I have to find one's for rent, but this one's being sold for 1.75 million. I don't know if it's clear.
But that's being sold though, right?
Sold. Yeah, it's being sold.
Okay.
But either way, regardless, anything real estate around Northern Virginia is way above like the national average.
Jeff says
That is very
build up
expensive.
an elevation, less square feet needed, and cheaper.
Mm.
Jeff
Why don't you
knows
just do an
about real
add-on to your
estate.
house?
I can't. I
No,
like my yard.
put it on top of your house.
Yeah.
Remember, he said
So I
build,
mean,
elevate.
Yeah, elevate.
you know,
Less square feet needed.
Mm-hmm.
you know, I have thought about, because we're looking at, if we moved, getting an acreage, doing like a outbuilding that could service that, and then the business owns it. So that tax-free wealth book I mentioned, that
Mm-hmm.
actually both those books, Becoming Your Own Banker, they both talk about like using trusts as vehicles for tax savings, and that is a good concept. It also makes things
And real
a little
estate.
bit more private. So yeah, I have a buddy of mine who started, gosh, this was, I don't know how many years ago, 5-6 years ago. He played college football, and then he got hurt, and basically his career was over. And so he wanted to lose the weight that he had gained from football. And so he tried a bunch of different things, finally settled on like plant-based diets, and lost a lot of weight, got really, really healthy.
I believe it.
And so he started putting out content. I think mainly Facebook and some YouTube, and it was basically all like cooking. Like he'd show how he would cook stuff, and gained a pretty good following. And now he only puts out videos on Facebook. I don't think he has really anything recent on YouTube. Anyways, he has like over 1 million followers, and so he makes really good money from Facebook, his videos being monetized. But him and his wife now have a little girl who is also featured in some of the videos, because like they have a farm with animals, and they figured out where he lived, and started like calling child protective services, because they're like, the child's around animals and it's not safe, blah 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 blah. And so they moved, and for a short time we're staying on a farm with his wife's parents while they're looking for like a larger property. And the same thing happened again, where they were staying with their parents. Like police were coming out, they're like, hey, we got a report, like we have to check into it. So he ended up forming a trust. So now the property that they have is in the name of the trust, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, a little bit more private, a little bit more safe, but also for the tax reasons, because his daughter's in the video. He was paying her as an employee of the corporation.
Mm-hmm.
But
Similarly enough, not exactly the exact same concept that you're saying, but did you hear about the French soccer player who basically would give
Yeah.
everything to his mom?
yeah,
Basically, it's the same concept. He was using her as a trust,
yeah,
giving her everything, and then homegirl tried to divorce him, and now she has to pay him because
yeah,
technically she
because he
makes more
doesn't
than
have, he
does.
doesn't own anything. Mhm.
Rip.
Genius.
All right. Good first Monday caffeine with Resellers. What's
First
your
of many.
Start the Monday right.
yeah? What's your word for the week, Cisco?
My
Ending
word of the gamify everything. It makes it easier.
That's way more than one word.
Gamify.
When I
Okay.
say word, I mean like, what's your last statement? Gamify everything.
Yeah.
I think we
Gamify
should do just
everything.
one word.
Gamify. Yeah. Leave it
Oh.
up for interpretation.
Yep.
Okay.
You get to
All
say
right, that's
one
my
word.
gamify. Go ahead, Logan. Yours.
Work.
Phil, you're not getting out of this. You got to do it too.
You get one
Turtle.
word, Phil.
Turtles.
Turtle. Gamify working turtles.
Yep.
Turtles.
Cereal.
Yeah, cereal. Cool.
Milk.
All right. So Mondays, 6:45. This is gonna be a thing for the time
Good
being.
thing.
Cool.
Yeah, I think
All right,
so.
gentlemen. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Peace.
Logan will probably
Talk to
see you
you
at
guys
noon.
soon.
So we'll probably see you at noon.
Yep.
Cool.
See
All
ya.
right. See ya.